Today, seeing the legendary Boeing 747 with its iconic upper hump has become a rare moment in the skies. Once a symbol of luxury, speed, and mass global travel, fewer than 50 passenger-flying jumbo jets are still in service around the world. We are watching a sweeping retreat as major airlines retire the Queen of the Skies in favor of modern, fuel-savvy twin-engine aircraft. Yet one European carrier refuses to let this icon disappear: Lufthansa. The German airline now flies the majority of the remaining passenger 747s on the planet. But why exactly does Lufthansa continue operating these massive four-engine giants? Have they uncovered a strategy the rest of the world overlooked? Let's find out. More than half a century of partnership. If there is any aviation partnership both historic and defining, it is the bond between Lufthansa and the Boeing 747. Their journey began in 1970, at a time when the jumbo jet was still viewed as a technological marvel. Back then, the Queen wasn't just the largest commercial aircraft ever built. She symbolized a new age, one where long-haul flying became more accessible, quicker, and broadly available, triggering a revolution in global air travel. Lufthansa recognized this future almost instantly. Only months after Pan Am operated its first transatlantic 747 flight, the German carrier became the first airline in Europe to bring the jumbo into its operations. That decision proved both timely and highly strategic. At the very moment this jumbo arrived, the aviation industry was booming, and Lufthansa was determined to elevate itself as a leading global airline. With the 747, the carrier could carry far more passengers, fly longer routes, and operate more efficiently than ever before. And in April 1970, the airline's first jumbo route launched between Frankfurt and New York. Remarkably, over half a century later, this is still one of the airline's most critical routes, a lasting reminder of the impact the jumbo had on Lufthansa's growth. Throughout the following decades, the Queen of the Skies became the backbone of Lufthansa's long-haul network. The airline didn't just operate a few, it expanded its fleet to more than 30 aircraft across several generations, from the 747-100 and 200 to the iconic 400. But the milestone that truly proved the airline's loyalty came in 2012, when Lufthansa became the launch customer for the final passenger version, the Boeing 747-8 Intercontinental. No airline bought more Dash 8s than Lufthansa. No airline marketed the jumbo more boldly. And no airline wove the Boeing jumbo so deeply into its brand identity. They viewed this aircraft not just as a tool for travel or a temporary solution until a newer jet arrived. It became a symbol of the airline itself. Lufthansa built its entire long-haul product around the aircraft, showcasing the legendary upper deck, spacious first-class cabins, and the unmistakable luxury of the Queen of the Skies. However, the jumbo's golden era ended quickly. Technology advanced, and twin-engine wide-bodies like the 787 and Airbus A350 offered better performance, greater fuel savings, and ushered in a new aviation cycle. The clearest sign was the mass retirement of jumbo jets. United and Delta retired theirs in 2017, and British Airways, one of the jet's most recognized operators, retired its entire 747 fleet by 2020. Today, most 747s left in the world fly cargo. Yet Lufthansa continues to operate the jet, and the reason behind this rare commitment has finally become clear. So how does Lufthansa justify continuing the jumbo? By the way, take a moment to hit that subscribe button. We know you'll enjoy what's coming. Part of the answer lies with Lufthansa Technik, the airline's in-house engineering and maintenance division. By handling the entire maintenance system internally, the airline can repair and overhaul 747s far more cheaply than carriers relying on outside MROs. This makes keeping the jumbo much more cost-effective while giving the airline greater flexibility in planning fleet operations. Beyond cost, in-house maintenance ensures consistent reliability, something few carriers can match. But the biggest reason ties directly to the 777X. Lufthansa had originally planned to replace much of its 747 fleet with these new twin-engine jets, which would offer lower fuel use and cheaper operations. But the 777X program has faced repeated delays. Boeing once promised deliveries in 2020, but the first jet is now expected in 2027. Lufthansa had two choices: retire the jumbo and risk not having enough aircraft, or extend their lifespans. Naturally, extending them was the smarter move. But the story isn't just about costs or timelines. The passenger experience on the 747-8 is something no twin-engine aircraft can duplicate. Lufthansa converted the nose of the jet into private first-class suites, placed ahead of the cockpit itself. The seats, well, they turn into full double beds. Curved 43-inch displays wrap around your personal space, and outside, the curved horizon stretches below at 41,000 feet. It's the unique shape of the jumbo's nose that creates this unmatched experience, something modern jets simply cannot hack. To upgrade the jumbo, Lufthansa has launched a two-phase retrofit. Phase 1 through 2025 upgrades the main deck business class to the new Allegris system, while the upper deck and first class remain as they are. Phase 2, planned around 2027, will see a full refresh of the upper deck and new first-class suites. This means passengers will board a 747-8 that is half new and half classic, yet still ready to pay a premium for the rare experience. And the payoff is enormous. The jumbo can carry more premium seats than any twin-engine jet, turning every flight into a revenue powerhouse. Premium seats make up about 20% of the cabin, but produce up to 80% of the profits, and the Queen's iconic value is huge. Passengers even rebook flights just to fly on the refreshed 747-8. Demand remains strong, a true testament to the aircraft's enduring pull. Economically, the jumbo still makes sense. It serves high-demand routes extremely well, especially transatlantic and Asia-bound flights from Frankfurt. Across North America, she flies regularly to major cities like New York, Washington, Chicago, Miami, and Los Angeles, markets where premium cabins are almost always sold out. The mix of first class, business, premium economy, and economy makes the Queen an ideal aircraft, maximizing revenue and meeting heavy demand. In South America, the jumbo connects Europe with São Paulo, a route needing high capacity and one that generates strong cargo revenue. The aircraft's roomy cargo hold lets Lufthansa transport large volumes of freight while carrying 364 passengers. In Asia, flights to Delhi, Bengaluru, Seoul, and Shanghai connect Europe's business travelers with rapidly growing markets. These flights carry both leisure and premium demand, making them major revenue drivers. For anyone who thinks the 747 is a relic with aging engines, the truth is different. The 747-8 is the newest jumbo variant. Its GE9X engines are over 15% more efficient, while its range and payload still outperform other aircraft in many missions. Today, Lufthansa operates 19 of these jets, the largest 747-8 fleet in the world, with no plans to change that. For Lufthansa, the aircraft is far more than transport. It's a brand pillar. Every jumbo symbolizes the airline's heritage, quality, and premium service. And that is why the carrier remains loyal to the Queen of the Skies, even as nearly every other airline has walked away. Sometimes preserving an icon isn't just nostalgia. It's a smart economic, brand, and passenger experience strategy that twin-engine jets simply cannot match. Lufthansa strongly believes this massive aircraft still plays a major role, and they're proving it by investing millions into upgrades. But this is far more than a basic refresh. Lufthansa is rolling out a complete interior overhaul featuring all new Allegris cabins, turning the Queen into a fully upgraded luxury aircraft able to compete with the world's top airlines. The first-class cabin is being completely redesigned with private suites featuring sliding doors, larger beds, and personalized service options. Meanwhile, business class is receiving a total transformation, with every seat offering aisle access, lie-flat beds, and advanced entertainment systems. Even the iconic upper deck of the Dash 8 is being enhanced, making better use of space while keeping the privacy and exclusivity premium travelers expect. In short, Lufthansa is turning the Jumbo into a flying luxury hotel, with an experience that surpasses many next-generation twin-engine jets. With these upgrades, the carrier ensures the 747-8 remains a core aircraft, delivering a passenger experience even modern jets struggle to match. While carriers like British Airways and Qantas retired their entire 747 fleets, Lufthansa is leaning into a premium jumbo strategy. For them, the airliner represents far more than transport. It symbolizes tradition, quality, and high-margin revenue from premium travelers. The Queen of the Skies is here to stay, as long as she continues turning each flight into a high-value experience. Yet the farewell for one version is approaching. Lufthansa has officially confirmed that the 747-400 will be retired in 2028. These iconic jets will leave the fleet, a decision years in the making and now final. For aviation fans, the news is bittersweet. The 747-400 has long been the backbone of Lufthansa's long-haul network, and after more than 30 years of service, its story is nearing its end. Today, the carrier operates 8 400s with an average age of around 24 years. These four-engine workhorses carried millions, connecting Frankfurt with Delhi, Seoul, Miami, and numerous destinations worldwide. Their distinct profile and presence made every flight feel iconic. But despite their legacy, the cost of keeping them airborne is no longer sustainable. The greatest obstacle is fuel burn. A 747-400 uses around 10,000 kilograms of fuel per hour, far more than modern twin-engine jets like the 787 or A350, which use 30 to 40% less fuel per seat. With volatile fuel prices and pressure to cut emissions, operating such a thirsty jet is no longer realistic. Passenger comfort is another factor. Although once cutting edge, the 747-400's interior will soon feel outdated. In a market where amenities drive booking choices, Lufthansa knows it must evolve. Maintenance is also a major issue. Unlike the newer Dash 8, the 400s are aging quickly. Keeping them running means expensive part replacements, lengthy overhauls, and frequent downtime. Like most airlines, Lufthansa prefers younger aircraft that require far less care and cost. Retiring the 747-400 will reshape the network as well. Routes like Frankfurt-Seoul or Frankfurt-Delhi will switch to the Dash 8 or the Airbus A350. Other routes may see lower seat counts as smaller aircraft take over. So, what do you think of Lufthansa's bold choice to keep the 747-8 in service? Thanks for watching and safe travels wherever you're headed.